for new recruits.
So basically, the requirement should be like active, joining Discord, because we have a flag in the Discord. Not all the people come to the Discord. That's one of the purpose. And they should like, if they are not going to be active, they should have excuse for like, if you're going not to be active for more than 20 days, you should report officer or commander for that. Third,
Quite frankly, that's why I put out there in the Discord.
they should be like above MR5 and have experience and community, social players.
Yeah,
Honestly, the mastery rank requirement
Mastery rank
shouldn't
doesn't mean
necessarily be as high as the mastery rank 5, because I get that we're an endgame geared guild, but I mean, if we're not willing to help anybody, how are we gonna?
honestly, master
Right.
rank means nothing.
I know mastery rank means nothing. That's why I'm saying why require a certain mastery rank.
Yeah, I don't think the mastery
Well, the
rank-
general thing that's applied to, well, I'm not part of your guys' clan, but I mean, the reason for the master rank, I'd assume, is for experience, because you don't know who's made a second account and who hasn't.
I understand that, but
yeah, that's
I mean, we have a mastery cap of 5 and over, and not a huge, but that's where I think it should start, because that's the people who've taken an interest in playing long enough to understand the basic mechanics of how to rank up, how to mod, and things like that.
yeah,
Fair
there's
enough.
also the issue of that lower mastery rank players tend to leave, like quit the game faster than people who have already invested time into the
Mhm.
game.
I can
More
see
more
what
experience means more dedicated.
So yeah, it would be fine to put a mastery rank requirement in my opinion.
Um,
And shit, my dog.
What's the cap for you guys? Like, what's the mastery rank requirement to join you guys?
Hang on, I'll be right back. Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries, you're fine.
I believe it's already at 5 unless someone changed it.
I don't know.
I know the master rank is not a thing about recruiting people with MR5 and over. This would be cool. That's my opinion. And people though who are social and communicative and willing to join the Discord and being active as well.
I honestly see a master in front. I see what you're saying with it being, you'll get more dedicated people, but that's not always 100% true. Not to mention that it kind of alienates potential recruits when you have a master rank requirement tacked on.
Well, I mean, if
That's the only potential problem I see with it.
there could be something we could do, like low mastery rank players, if they use Discord often, they can join. But if they don't have a mic nor Discord, we're gonna raise the mastery rank thingy to much higher.
Honestly, I think Discord should be a requirement for all new recruits.
Agreed.
Whether you have a mic or not, I mean, you still need to come on Discord for events.
I'm gonna say you don't really need a mic. We've got the Discord chats as well.
Okay, so Discord should be a requirement. Yeah, I agree with that. Uh, but it could.
You don't need to use your mic if you don't have mic. You have a clan chat, I mean Discord chat, you can use that. So it's okay, but basically everyone should join Discord.
Everyone should join Discord and be able to get into the chat channel, regardless of whether or not they can speak.
But it raises the issue that how we're gonna verify that someone goes on Discord. Should we just invite them, and if they don't show up,
You
like
can
in
invite them, put them in suspended rank. They have no rights to the dojo until they actually show up on Discord.
okay, I
and then
guess
they
that
promote
works well.
default.
Yeah.
Does it have to say suspended though? Because people join clan, they see loads of suspended players and end up leaving.
Yeah, that's also a thing. We should probably rename it from suspended to like probation or something.
Or recruit, regardless, whatever. Something that sounds nicer.
Or add a
Something
new
that looks
rank
better
for
than-
new recruits.
Something that looks better than suspended. Don't list.
Yeah, it is.
But I honestly feel that the base invited rank should not have any access to the dojo until they've proven that they can come on Discord. Then they'll be promoted.
Okay, so I guess that works out. So we're scrapping the idea of a minimum mastery rank.
Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds honestly like a good idea because otherwise it'll alienate people. Because I know when I'm looking for have looked for potential clans in the past, I've not even bothered with the clan with master rank requirement. Even though I meet the master rank requirement, I wouldn't bother with them because it just from the outside you seem like dicks.
Okay.
Well, that's judging a book by its cover, and personally, I
And a
don't
lot
think
of
that
people
should ever
do
be
that
done.
before they make a first impression. That's all I'm saying. And if you're talking potential recruits, they don't know anything about the clan. They're going to make a first impression based on that. That's my only concern.
Okay.
I understand where a master rank requirement would work for smaller clans, but not a clan that's a mountain or a moon.
Okay, so I'll add something on top of that.
I personally think that having Discord activities enough to sort of gauge dedication, though.
Okay, so I'll add that we also have another issue is that the clan is full. So
Yeah.
how should we proceed to eliminate useless
This is
members?
what I would do personally. In my suggestion, honestly, people who are on suspended rank, if they're offline for, because they're not doing this or the activity check. I mean, they're not complete leeches, but they're in a sense leeches. If they're offline for 10 days, I say you inform them if you're suspended rank and you're offline for 10 days or more, you'll be kicked.
Okay. Also, there's this issue that there's also a shitload of new recruits, so they probably did not get suspended yet. So we have an activity check running. So maybe
we
can,
need to make sure everybody uses it.
we can put the deadline a bit sooner.
Yeah,
What we could probably do is, well, since you gave recruiter to everyone, I'm pretty sure how the rank or demotion works is you can demote people who are your rank and below or something like that. So
Yes,
what
you
you could
your
do?
rank, not your actual rank. You can promote
only
somebody
person-
to your rank,
that's
but
not
you
gonna work
can't
then.
demote them.
The only person that can demote others from their own rank is if you're a warlord and someone's the same rank as you.
Never mind then. I was
Yeah.
thinking like we could just have those guys demote them to suspended or whoever recruits.
Yeah.
Then that won't work. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I would personally about the activity check, I would put it like in like a few weeks or so as a
Yeah.
deadline.
And we need to find a way to mass let everyone know in the clan and make sure they're aware of it,
Yeah.
and put a major emphasis on it. If you do not fill it out, you'll be demoted to suspended. And if you are suspended, you'll be kicked out for 10 days of inactivity.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess that ends the first topic, unless someone else has something to add.
I'm good.
This is about the new members, you know, the new recruit.
What about the new recruits?
Like me, I was an old player. I got back to the game and I did stupid things because I did not catch up to the progress. What about them? The old player that just got back to the game, we recruit them as well, right?
Yeah, we're not gonna have master requirement. The only requirement we're gonna have is that players that that are use Discord are allowed into the clan. Players that won't use Discord are disallowed. For new recruits from now on.
Doesn't matter if they have a mic or not. They just
Yeah,
must
they still
join
have to be
Discord.
on Discord.
Yep.
Regardless of whether you own a headset, you still need to be on Discord. That's the only real concrete requirement that we have.
And there's no excuse not to be on Discord, considering you can run it off the browser.
And your cell phone and your tablet.
Oh, I didn't know they had it for tablet and cell phone. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Okay, any more questions before we move to the next topic?
Can I get like
Okay,
a
just
5-second
move on.
rundown of what I missed? I just got home.
We discussed about tightening up the recruitment requirements and
Okay.
putting some restrictions on new members.
Sounds good.
Yeah, where a new member will be a rank that doesn't have access to the dojo. They won't be promoted until they've come on Discord.
Okay, so I guess
And
next.
I actually have something that I just thought of that I'd like to add to that. We need to put on a cutoff point for those members, how long they've been in the clan. If they have still not gotten on Discord, that we will actually kick them. Like a grace period to get on Discord before you actually get kicked.
After we have everything in place, I'd say let's set it at a month.
Yeah, that
think
would be
that's-
possible if, but we'll need to like coordinate
Well,
like everything. Cause
We're coordinating the recruitment. Just be like have a different channel, and in the recruitment say such and such is like of the recruits, such and such has been on Discord, such and such. Just do like as you see them get on Discord, and have them tell you they get on Discord that they've been cleared for or whatever.
Yeah, but the thing is that anyone recruited through the clan recruitment post needs to get on Discord to post a message, but they don't actually come back. They just get on one time and then they never come back.
Yeah, I know. That I understand that, but make sure it's a requirement that if we see you online and we don't see your name on the Discord list after 70 days or whatever is online, we need to crack down on this kind of people.
How are you guys gonna maintain that? Like, how are you guys gonna keep track?
It's gonna be difficult. I won't deny that.
Yeah, well,
But basically, make sure everybody has their in-game name as their nickname in Discord.
Or at least put a message of their in-name game.
No, it'd be a nickname.
You
don't
have
need
to have
the
the
in-game.
nickname of your in-game name.
You see, Zoro is kind of.
Sorry if you've already covered this, but like, what's your vision of the clan, Griff? Like, I mean, it sounds
No,
like
we
you
haven't.
want 100% of people on Discord, but are you like, are we going to be like pushing events, like getting more competitive, or do you just want people to be more active? Because like we have a lot of people that just kind of sit around and they're not on Discord, and I don't know if they're AFK and just logged in or what.
Yeah, I
But,
definitely want all the clan to get on Discord, and I want everyone to be active and participate in like events, even if they don't give anything good, like the last event. But
Endless Wraithing, yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be difficult, but I'm pretty confident that if we organize the administration, we can get uh get it done.
What we're trying to do here is build a community. But if you're just gonna leech off of everyone, then there's no point. We don't
Yeah.
want you here.
I don't want people to join the clan just cause there's research, there's
Yeah.
like giveaways. So and also about the clan events, I'd like to host clan events, but I've been busy a bit, and it does need lots of organization and like a flexible schedule. And I actually never had one since, well, because I have school. So when there's a summer vacation, I can like make events, and it would be good if I or we could find a event organizer as well.
Yeah.
I can do that. It's just we need to sort out like recruitment issues and all,
Yeah, but
like
there's
a solid way to track things like activity and all that.
yeah, there's more pressing issues than clan events for now.
Can't really build something without a good foundation.
True.
Okay, so
And I mean, this can come later, but I just want to mention that like we need to have I wouldn't say zero tolerance for drama. We need, but if any drama happens, we need to deal with it on the spot.
Agreed, and we need set rules for that.
yeah, to be honest, drama is a really delicate matter. To be honest, because you can't like punish someone swiftly and then
I'm not saying swiftly punish anybody, but the drama needs to be dealt with on the spot. I'm
Yeah.
not saying kick people because of the drama, but I'm saying it needs to be resolved on the spot.
yeah.
Because
And
the last gaming community I was in, it was Underground Dungeon Masters. They had a TNC server, and the leader of the clan would not resolve an issue between me and another clanmate. He was too busy playing D&D in another channel.
Yeah, definitely. If drama were to happen, I guess we'll need to like say to them to stop, and I don't know what kind of punishment we can put, but
it,
Well, if
first-
you have to go to both parties, resolve it, and
Yeah.
if it can't be resolved, then you threaten a punishment.
yeah,
Like you two need to get your shit together if it's two people, and grow up and grow a pair and get over it or something. Not exactly in those words, but
Send them to Dojo to fight it out.
now,
yeah.
if you ask
Then
me,
deathmatch. Yep.
when it comes to drama, whoever's dealing with it should also come with no bias.
I
Because
agree.
having bias with when trying to solve something is just going to be more of a hindrance than anything. It's going to just cause more
You don't
problems
have
and
a
more
bias
arguments.
unless it's the only time you should ever have a bias, and if you have bias, you keep it to yourself. The only time you should
Indeed.
ever have a bias is if it's a repeated problem.
And the way I work with it in my clan is if there's an issue that happens and if everything goes smoothly and they both agree to stop whatever it is, just give them a warning, and if it ever happens again, then it's just an automatic kick no matter what next time.
I
It
wouldn't
doesn't-
be
it doesn't matter
that
if-
harsh. Maybe a
No.
temporary
Well-
suspension, but I wouldn't just expel them from the clan over
yeah. It wouldn't
Well,
be.
they-
starts of drama.
Well, they have their first warning. If it happens again, I mean, they knew that they weren't supposed to cause drama,
But
but
I
they're
mean-
going to still do it anyway.
But
there's
we're all
No, I-
layers to
human. We
drama
all,
too.
yeah,
Like
there's
it could
ways
be a
Well-
legitimate problem.
Yeah.
It depends. Like if you do need to escalate it, I think that's when you get like a second high
Yeah.
rank or officer or something and get their opinion. And if it's a consensus, then they get kicked.
Yeah,
That's how I'd handle it.
yeah. If we ever need to kick someone on a basis of drama, we'll certainly need to call a meeting and then discuss if we
Yeah.
should kick them or not. Because we can't kick someone just because they
Had a disagreement with someone.
yeah. And if his problem was
Well,
legitimate, like if the guy like did something really bad, but then he has no proof, then we can't like assume that it's his fault.
But one thing we have to say is if it involves theft, it should be a kick.
I mean,
Instant kick. I do. Yeah, I agree with that.
if it violates like the most essential rules, like don't scam clanmates or don't
Yeah, but
steal.
basically, for instance, like saying I'll owe you the plat and never give the person the plat.
Yeah, if it's like something that's really a like capital offense, then yeah, we will need to make a quick
Mhm.
meeting and then decide if they get kicked or not. On the basis if we have proof and
Oh, and I have to. I told JR this, but you weren't around at the time, so I didn't tell you this. There were some people trolling the Discord about a week or two ago. They came on the Discord and just started talking all this random shit trolling. I just wanted you to know that I had to ban like 2 people on 2 accounts because they were trolling.
it's all good.
That's all.
On the topic of Discord banning, you can ban at your discretion because
All right.
it's it's really if someone disturbs the Discord, it's really a big issue because
Yeah.
it's a voice chat. So if someone like yells or puts loud music and stuff, then it's gonna disrupt everything. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind if you ban people, and it's
Yeah.
totally fine.
All right.
Okay, so I guess we can go to
We can
the
move on now.
next one. Okay, so this one is about the clan ranks, and it's really complicated because we can't have as much clan ranks as we have roles. So I'll paste real quick in the admin council chat what each
You're
rank
proposing.
is supposed to be, and
Alright.
we currently don't have anything set up for the general rank, so that's also something we need to discuss about. And so engineer is the person that has that manages the dojo or that manages like anything technical about the clan, like for instance the clan website, or like if we were to switch to TeamSpeak, like the TeamSpeak server and stuff like that. Then there's the commander, which is basically a moderator rank. Officer. Officer is something I'm hesitating a bit about because it's
I
a
understand.
moderation rank that can kick members out of the clan, and on top of that, it's the rank that has tactician. A tactician.
In Dark Sector.
Yeah, and what more? There's also they can also promote members to commander.
Up to commander, yeah.
Can't you change permissions between the ranks?
Yeah, we can, but we don't have enough ranks to we can't have like we don't have enough ranks to choose from.
Rank slots.
So it's basically like someone chooses a role, and then we'll need to choose which rank suits the role. And
Yeah.
the problem with that is that like someone, for instance, could say like, "Oh, I want to moderate, uh, like the Discord, and I want to manage members." But you can't manage members without the officer rank. But the officer ranks also come as a like something more than only those two ranks. If you guys know what I mean, like it's
Yeah, it has a little permissions.
I know what you're meaning. Basically, I think the commander should be ruling the engineer, and the officer is like the warlord. So
Officer is a demi warlord essentially.
yeah, but what I
Basically.
mean, he should be ruling everything: the dojo, the command, the modulating, the recruiting. He should be ruling everything, just like the warlord. What I mean, just one thing: the commander. He should be like assisting everything with the officer. We need more.
Honestly, I don't think we should have commander be called commander. I think it would be like because maybe like vice officer or something, or I don't know, lieutenant.
okay.
Yeah, that would work.
sounds
Because
good.
commander kind of sounds like it could be higher up than officer.
Yeah. Okay. Also, there's well, it's gonna be the next topic of discussion, but I guess we could begin now. Uh, there's also the problem that the administration, like the leadership, it's basically only. It's not like well,
Lack of
first of all, it's not
communication.
like there's not enough communication, and the leadership. It's basically just like
Yeah.
there's not enough people leading the administration,
Mm-hmm.
so that would technically be what the general would would be like.
Yeah.
It would be the leadership, and he would like organize the administration, the high ranks, and all. Uh,
All right.
so do any of you guys have an opinion on that, or should we just go ahead and?
Go
'Cause
ahead and what?
uh, so yeah, it's also because we don't know what the general would be doing.
I got you.
Have you thought about not necessarily having so much diversity within the ranks, in terms of like the engineer is a specific role, the
Yeah, like
officer is a specific role, and have like member, senior member, officer with just like the understanding that certain people do different things. Like
yeah, we could
you
just
could consolidate higher levels.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. And just have it noted somewhere this person's taking care of this. And if somebody comes to one person with it, pass them on to the person who actually deals with it.
Yeah, that would be something that the general would do. We don't have
no,
one
it's
yet.
no, it's just
Yeah.
no. Personally, I think the general is too sort of
Is an irrelevant rank. It shouldn't be there.
yeah. Quite frankly, we could use that for something else.
Yeah.
But we'll need someone to like manage who does what. Like
That it's sort of like a warlord role, which is why it's a bit redundant.
Yeah, it is. And honestly, we could use the warlord, not the warlord, sorry, the general rank, at least its place for the probationary members. If we're maxed out on the amount of ranks we can have.
yeah. So I would assume we could use the officer rank as like we can make like a sub rank of someone who's gonna manage like the other high ranks.
More or less.
Lead officer.
Okay, so
HNIC.
okay, hang on, I'm gonna note this.
MIF, motherfucker, or MFIC, motherfucker in charge.
Yeah. It's really whatever you want. just we need a more solidified hierarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we'll need to like split the roles up and like
Yeah.
like
And honestly, we need people that
Right
can
now,
do
our
more
biggest
than one
problem.
thing.
Well, our biggest problem right now is we've got so many things going on, and not all of them are in game. So I was thinking like all the back end stuff we could just consolidate into one role, and then all the sort of in game management we could consolidate into like a
What's
secondary.
going on that's
or-
not in game?
Well, like
Real
let's
life
just say
stuff
managing
happening.
Discord or managing the website, stuff like that. Like when Griff said that he wanted technicians to be people who manage the dojo and the website, and that's not really gonna work.
No.
yeah, I guess like dojo management could fall into the officer rank, and we could use the engineer rank for something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, there should be like, I think you might want to make it so elites can build things, but they can't remove.
Make it so that they can start research. At least that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just saying, give elites a little bit more privileges than they have, like in terms of the clan hierarchy. Is my suggestion. Allow them to build decorations and stuff, because we can always demolish them if it gets out of hand.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're losing any mats; they all go into the clan vault.
Yeah, that does make sense. Does someone
Just
have...
make sure that the elites know that they cannot actually build actual rooms.
Yeah, the
Make sure
problem...
that's made clear that you can't build rooms, but you can build like statues and stuff,
Yeah,
and
we d-
anything furniture wise.
yeah, we definitely need to keep an eye on people that have the architect role.
I don't think the architect role should really exist, because I mean, considering what happened like in the spawn room, I mean, I deleted most of it because I didn't delete all of it. Somebody deleted some of it, but I'm just like, there's a trading post on the ceiling. How redundant is that?
Yeah,
I thought that was cool.
I guess we
I
could
thought it was
make a
cool. Let jump.
we can make a sub rank in the officer rank that has like as role to manage the dojo. That would make sense, to be honest.
Oh.
So so yeah, basically we'll need to make like sub ranks in the officer rank for like
Yeah.
each role in the clan.
And just one thing,
I wouldn't
Crip,
do that. I just have like an officer
No,
and then like
just
a
like
captain.
just starting from the engineer, everyone should be able to do the research, please.
Well, no, I think it should be elite can initiate research. Elites can build but not demolish.
Well, we can't give them the permission to build and not demolish. It's like basically in the same like permission.
I thought you could.
No, no.
it
we-
is. It's the same permission.
It's the same
That's
permission.
kind of stupid, but whatever.
It is.
Well, what does being
but
an elite
the-
actually mean? Can we like define that? Because it seems to be
That's all
totally
correct.
arbitrary. It's some people that have just been here a while.
It is pretty arbitrary, but yeah.
Honestly, I don't think the dojo needs a lot of work.
I mean, the dojo.
I don't know.
It's basically done at the moment, so
Yeah, I
it's
know.
difficult to
I
see
agree.
what we could add inside.
I would just leave the dojo as is
Yeah,
and make it so only officers and above can do stuff. Like in case we get an event reward, like a
I think
statue
of
or
elite
something.
being like a senior member. You know, you
Yeah.
don't need to change anything. You don't have responsibility really. You've just been here long enough.
yeah.
Yeah, true. I mean, elites should have some sort of privileges in clan that other people don't have. But I don't know.
Yeah, the permission is basically you can invite people into the clan,
Yeah, good point. I
And-
forgot about the invitations.
and also I would like to add that giving the permission for like everyone in the clan to invite other
Would be a train wreck.
it was. I discussed about that a bit with Jarkong a bit, and I did that for like a few
it
days,
could
and it was
work,
a disaster.
Yeah, but unless you
Yeah, I'm
could
sure
like
that's
unless
fun.
no, it could work, but like we need everyone on Discord because unlike Discord, like we can't record like the Warframe chats
mean
or like
unlike-
we can't record
Unlike
everything.
TeamSpeak.
Yeah, but either ways, we're not gonna do that again.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Map, I completely understand.
Okay.
The problem is we don't have enough tools to track everything.
Yeah. So yeah, basically, well, yeah.
Did you make it so everybody can see the administrative council?
Yeah, everyone can see it and chat in it.
Alright.
It's basically closed whenever there's no meeting. When there's no meeting,
Gotcha.
it's gonna be like high ranks only who can chat inside.
Alright, cool. But I can see where that might backfire.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna backfire. I thought you changed the permissions. If you didn't, I would have. Oh well.
Yeah, I would change the permissions, have a administrative council where only the admins can see, and then have just impost everything else in like a proposal channel that you can delete later.
Yeah.
Because if every member can see what the administration is talking about from the beginning, that can pose a problem. Like, even if it's only during a meeting, people can get pretty nosy.
Yep.
Okay.
all.
I noted that for the next time we make a meeting. But
Yep.
I'm gonna change the permissions right after it's done.
okay, so I guess for the ranks, it's fine. Now for the next thing, it's gonna be a bit smaller.
Trickier.
It's basically how much high ranks we should have for like all the members in the clan. Like what ratio we should have, or what like amount of high ranks we should have.
Oh, so many officers and so many commanders, kind of thing.
I want at
it-
least
well, it
I want
depends
at least
on-
one per 50.
Yeah, I'm thinking 5 officers, 10 commanders sounds fair.
Well, it's more of a ratio for total members. Like I
Yeah.
would say, you can't have more than 10% at the absolute most be like an officer position of some sort.
Yeah.
But if elite is like senior member,
Mm-hmm.
then that doesn't really matter how many you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, 10 would be like 2 or 3%. Not even of the
Well,
Playing with the
percentage
commanders.
is relative. I mean, we have 300 members,
Yeah.
but do we actually have 300 people signing on?
Yeah, you have a
Exactly.
point there.
The number of active people is much lower than 300.
Yeah, we need to definitely work on doing a purge.